What did Matt and Kim say while playing Riichi Mahjong? We Riichi sumoed a Mangan on a red 5, it was so fun. A close on Shoku with Pinfu gives me a smile and a great mood. And when we sumo, we stay in the dealer seat. And when we win mo, we will re-deal, repeat. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. I do not have boomer music tastes, okay? I do not have boomer music tastes. Matt and Kim was just popular when I was in high school and learning what indie music was, okay? Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Before we jump into the game, I have to say thank you, okay? If you think you can get away with financially supporting me by giving me a Prime sub while I'm not streaming, Kermit the Frog doing Liam Neeson voice, I will find you and I will kill you. And by kill you, I mean thank you. So thank you to Dingle D Dongle. Incredible name. Thank you for the Prime sub. I genuinely appreciate the support. Let's get into the Jade Room. All right. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Like an apple that's fallen down a flight of stairs. I feel a little bruised after last game. Spoilers. But I do think, you know, even the best fall down sometimes, you know, even pros will occasionally lose a game of Riichi Mahjong. It's a game of chance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm gonna give him a Hamilton voice. Yep, he's doing it. He's doing it. Yusong only has 5 jokes. Okay, all right, well, get ready. This is a new joke that I'm gonna be debuting right now. Why was the lactose intolerant person so scared of Mahjong? Because they couldn't eat any cheese. Is this thing on? Because they couldn't eat any cheese. Yusong has more than 5 jokes, okay? I've got like a million jokes. Here's another one. Why would I do that to myself? Why would I do that to myself? Yusong, why would you struggle so hard in saying a joke and then immediately be like, yeah, I'll do another one. Yeah. Oh, I just fell by stepping on this rake right now. Oh, let me just step right over that rake again. Here's why did the pandas love playing Riichi Mahjong? Because they got a lot of bamboo. He stuck the landing. Simone Biles, is that you? Olympic medalist in gymnastics legend? I don't know, maybe. Welcome back to Mahjong. So how am I doing? Okay, so I have this new thing where all of our tiles that we need are dripping down the drain. Here's the thing about this hand. It's like so awkward, right? Like only one of these can be our pair. The other one needs to be a triplet. And then we have like, okay, so the north wind has to be our pair at this point. But I think maybe I should have kept that 4-6 and discarded one of our pairs. Because this hand is really, really awkward to complete, right? Now it's like we get into Tenpai and we're on a single tile wait for the south winds, or I mean, I don't even know at this point what we're even going for. We could draw into another green dragon, get rid of our south winds, and that could also be a pathway to success. I was just kind of hoping that we'd get lucky and draw into one of our winning tiles for Tenpai. I have committed murder in my discards right now, okay? Unlike what I do when a new rap beat is played through my studio headphones, committing murder on the beat, I have committed murder in my discards. I maybe should have discarded one of these, but imagine how pog rich it would have been had we just drawn into a triplet called the earliest Riichi of all time. We're sitting pretty. Anyway, it could still happen, by the way. We could still draw into a... Okay, that is unfortunately an amazing tile. I'm gonna discard a tile that's very dangerous. It's Tsuji to the Dora. I know that we could take this as a 5-6 and a 7-8 shape. Arguably, that was the better play. I'm trying to stay in Tenpai, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay in Tenpai. Luckily, the green dragon's been discarded. It seems like a pretty safe tile that we could throw later. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do this thing where... So it's been like... There's actually been a heat wave in... There's actually been a heat wave in Southern California. Well, I don't know if it's scientifically considered a heat wave. I don't know if we want to get into the semantics of that. Oh, great job, Yusong. Now your comment section is on fire. No, but it's just been like above 90 degrees, sometimes over above 100 degrees every single day. So now, this is very early in the morning for me. It's like, kind of like, it's so early in the morning, you're probably asking yourself, what do I do with this drunken sailor? Come on. These are okay jokes. These are decent jokes. Come on. You know how like a good stand-up comedian always has to beg for the audience to laugh after? you know how like, I'm trying to think of one stand-up comedian that hasn't. You know how John Mulaney is always like come on. Like these are good jokes after every single punchline. Yeah, it's good. It's what we in the comedy business call crowd work and begging. I think Left Lord has a really potentially NSFW character art. So we're gonna do our best to not let Left Lord win this one. I would love to somehow get into Tenpai by the end of this round. It's very unlikely. I could probably throw this 9 of bamboo. It seems safe enough, but like they could still have a 7-8 in their hand. I know we see a lot of the 8s, or rather just 2 of them. I thought we saw 3 at a certain point. I think this 9, our 9 was definitely discarded before they called Riichi. That's not a safe tile at all, but yet Left Lord goes for it, probably to stay in Tenpai. Interesting. Let's see what they're waiting on. It wouldn't surprise me if they were waiting on a 6 or a 9 of bamboo, which is why I'm being a little cautious. I could have played this hand way better. They were waiting on a 5-8 of characters. Left Lord didn't even make it into Tenpai. Right Lord was waiting on a double pair weight with 2 Dora in their hand. Holy moly. So because there's a heat wave, right? I'm recording this super early in the morning. Like what you would do with a drunken sailor. The old adage. What would I do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? That's part of the song, dude. I'm not even making that up. It's just a part of the song. Anyway, the point is, I record early because I don't want to turn on the AC. Because if I turn on the AC, okay, it's not stinky. No longer are we in the stinky AC saga, but I sit right underneath the vent, and so whenever I turn on the vent, and it's not like I'm the imposter among us, but whenever I turn on the vent, it's like I'm breathing in like gallons of the driest, coldest air you've ever encountered in your life. And I'm not flexing at how cold the air is, dude. It's actually like, it's honestly a little too cold, right? It's an uncomfortable mixture of being too hot and too cold. It's like, I would assume, I've never gone skydiving before. Also tonight we dined in hell. I've never gone skydiving before, but I imagine, you know how skydiving, you see people's like mouths, they're just going, blah, 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 you know what I mean? They're going Nixon voice on you. I am not a crook, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, and their like gums dry out and everything. I'm imagining that's what that's like. Would I ever go skydiving? Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I was thinking about this earlier today. What do I do with this hand, by the way? Because this, like, prevents all simples, but, like, who cares? I mean, I don't mean to be so callous about the whole thing, but, like, who cares about all simples? This is a Riichi Pinfu hand. The Dora is already long gone. That's okay. Also, we have so many 2-3 shapes that if we draw into a 1 of bamboo or a 1 of circles, that's not going to give us all simples either. So we're just hoping to advance this hand any way that we can, and then probably end up discarding our 8 of bamboos. Again, the 8 is much more versatile than the 4. I'm keeping both of these around just in case we draw into a triplet, and then we might have to abandon the Riichi Pinfu dream and discard like a 2-3 or a 2-3, right? It's okay. A lot of 4s have already been discarded from a crossword. I would love that 1 in my hand, but unfortunately can't open this hand up. Would I go skydiving? I mean, dude, I'm a huge coward is the problem. I'm a huge coward. I think like this is a little out of character, but in like 8th grade or like 9th grade, I don't know when exactly this was, and oh man, what do I even discard at this point? I guess I'm gonna discard this 3, and if someone else throws another 3 of circles, we can discard this because of Kabe reasons. Like all the 3s are gone, no one can have a 3-4. We can thus discard the 2. But if we don't, our hand is so unvaluable that I think we just gotta go defense mode. I'm gonna set my Celtic Guardian in face down defense position. I don't think that we can actually push for this. Although now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, what do we discard after this, friendo? Okay. How many 7s are gone? 3 7s are gone? Or just go terminal tile meta, and because a few 3s have also been thrown, I'll throw a terminal tile right now. I can make a bad tile good for a weekend. If we have to, I don't really want to discard the 9 because no 6s and 9s have been thrown. All the 7s, all the king 7s are gone. So because of that, no one can have a 6-7, my favorite show on HBO. And as a result, I should be able to discard this 8. We're feeling pretty good. Not only that, there's a slim possibility. Well, the real slim possibility, please stand up, that we get into Tenpai before the end of the round. It's not impossible, but we're gonna need some lucky draws in order to do so. Yeah, we can pawn stuff and throw away a 1 of bamboo, like we're selling an old TV or a microwave for some quick cash. All right, so here's the thing. We're actually 1 tile away from Tenpai, I think. But we need to get rid of the 6 or the 9 in order to do so. And I genuinely don't think that we can get rid of the 6 or the 9. Yeah. Greatest defensive gamer of all time. Don't deal into a dealer 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not a dealer pure straight Riichi, but it's still a dealer Riichi. We don't give him the chance at Oradora. We nip that right in the bud. Okay, Dora is the 4 of characters. We really want to win this round. There's 2 leftover Riichi sticks from the night before, and there's 2 repeat counters. So 2,600 points just up for the taking if we manage to win this one. Unfortunately, our opening hand leaves something to be desired, and a crossword is going so fast. What is that? I have no idea what they're going for necessarily, but maybe they have like an Eastwind or a White Dragon. Like, this does not scream half flush to me. Why would they discard all these honor tiles if they're going half flush? This also does not scream for ice cream. This doesn't scream like a half outside hand either. Why would they discard any of these if they're going for a half outside hand? I think they have some simple Yaku, like the green, like the Eastwind, like the White Dragon. I'm not gonna be the first to discard those. If we can hold them until the end of the game too, I'm also happy with that. I'm convinced that what they have is either the Eastwind or the Red Dragon. It has to be. It has to be. We draw a few 1 of characters, okay? We get rid of them. We probably won't be able to win this round. Our hand is just a little too slow. Maybe best case scenario, we start drawing some more pairs and can go for a 7 pairs hand. But now I'm like, what are we gonna do about this red 5? What are we gonna do about this red 5? Freaking Otoke. Yeah, that's right. I've watched enough Korean variety shows to know a little bit of Korean at this point. So I think my safest tile right now, our hand is so far away from winning. Oh my god, this is terrifying. So we knew that a crossword was probably waiting on something like that. We discarded an honor tile just to play safe. I can't discard this. They could have a 2-3 in their hand and be waiting to accept the 4. I'm gonna discard the Red Dragon. It's probably like, I don't know. I'm so scared right now. Can someone please hold me? I'm genuinely very scared. He's genuinely very scared. Okay. A lot of 3s are gone. Yeah. I will throw a terminal tile. Okay, it passes. That's great news for us because it means that we have another tile of safety as well. We would love to be slurping up any of these repeat counters, but you know, you saw this starting hand and so did I, like where the opening lyrics of a Rickroll. Like, come on, this hand was not gonna get there, dude. This hand was on the struggle bus from day 1. 5 of circles. I guess they're going inside Suji. They're going a little sicko mode. They're going Suji gaming. I'll also discard 1. Let me take a look. How many 2 of characters are shown and how many 3 of characters are shown? Doesn't even matter. Right, Lord? Rare husbando sighting. They were waiting on a closed wait for the Dora. Nice. And mixed trouble sequence closed. So this is a 1,100 point hand because of all the Riichi sticks and the repeat counters. This hurts. We're not in last place, but we got our work cut out for us. This is an amazing starting hand. We have 3 Han in our hand. No album out, right? Red 5 Dora as well. Or that's just what I mean by that. We have 3 pairs in our hand. If we continue drawing pairs, we could go for the legendary forbidden technique, 7 pairs. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know if I would ever go skydiving. Here's the thing. I'm like a big coward. I'm really scared of just going outside. Like, I don't know if there's any other way that I could put it, right? Like, I don't know. I have a lot of anxiety. However, I have watched like a lot of television and I've watched a lot of, if you watch like Korean variety shows on YouTube or whatever, you might know the show Running Man. And I've watched them do like thrill-seeking events. Like they've gone, not skydiving, but they've gone on these like huge swings, and they've done like, you know, bungee jumping and stuff like that. And when I watch those videos, I'm like, you know what? I bet I would grow a lot as a human being. This is the most boring reason to ever go skydiving. It's like, oh, you wanted to experience a thrill? No, I just wanted to grow as a human being. Come on, dude. But genuinely, I think that would be like the primary reason that I would go skydiving. To try to grow as a human being, to try to just prove to myself that I could do it, you know? Here's the thing about this hand, okay? It is one tile away from a 7 pairs hand. 7 pairs, red 5, 2 Dora. That's a Mangan. We don't even have to call Riichi for that kind of hand. We could also start pawning and cheeing out the wazoo. I think if another south wind comes out, it is our seat wind. We would have seat wind, 2 Dora, red 5. That's 4 Han right there. That's not terrible. Oh, okay. This is a really good hand, but it is spicy. This is a really good hand, but it is spicy. 7 pairs, red 5, Dora, Dora. 7 pairs, red 5, Dora, Dora. Yeah, that's 5 Han. This is a farm to table sumo. Oh my god, is this a Hanemon? Because we also get sumo? I mean, we could have called Riichi there for an extra on, but it's bad to call Riichi. I think, like, you know, it's close enough to the Dora where it's scary. This is a farm to table 6 Han Hanemon hand. Holy moly, we're back, baby. We're back! The claims of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. Let's go. All right, what are we looking at here? Santa's okay. What's the Dora? It's the 6 of characters. Unfortunately, the rest of our hand isn't. I would describe this hand as kind of a poo-poo pee-pee kind of hand. Hey, I don't want to hear any laughter about that, okay? That's how it's written in Dana Chiba's Riichi Book 1. Oh, I'm so sorry. You haven't gotten to the end of the book where there's a secret chapter about poo-poo pee-pee hands? I pity you. How small of a world you must live in. What do we do here? Because Left Lord is really on a tear. We have 3 pairs in our hand, which is fair. It's not bad. They could have a half outside or a full outside hand too. Okay, we have 4 pairs in our hand. We're gonna go dance with the one that brought you, and in this case, the one that asked us out to the Sadie Hawkins dance is the 7 pairs hand. We're absolutely gonna ride or die 7 pairs right now. We could also get a pure double sequence, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, and play this hand, you know, pretty normal mode, all things considered. We'd probably get rid of this 1, 2 in the character suit. Unfortunately for us, right, like the 8 of characters and the 1 of characters have already been discarded once, so we don't really want to stick with those for our 7 pairs hand. It's not impossible, but it just lowers our chances, right? So they could be going for some kind of flush. It doesn't seem like it. Also, they have Red Dragon. They could have some Dora in their hand. Like the 8 could come from, I don't know, like a 5-6 shape. Or even a 6-6 shape, which would obviously be much scarier. I am not about to Forbidden Technique all triplets this hand. Come on. Using a Forbidden Jutsu in season 1 of Naruto. Come on, save some plot and character development for the rest of us. Okay. Left Lord's willing to discard a 2. I'm kind of just gonna test the waters, and I don't necessarily know if I want to deal into this, right? We're sitting pretty. Like, we got great hair. Yeah. You know, we don't need to do anything hugely risky right now. They discarded a 4. I'll discard a 4, although they could still be waiting on another one. So what is this hand? This is red 5, Dora, Red Dragon. So that is a mighty enough amount of Han. That is 3 Han. That I don't necessarily want to deal into this, right? We could get into temp 5 for 7 pairs red 5, which is also 3 Han. But in order to like get there, we'd probably have to discard like a myriad of different very risky tiles. I think I'm just gonna fold this hand. Are there smarter ways to fold? Probably. I think that the 8 of characters was definitely the smarter fold right there. Okay, interesting. Throw away our West Winds. We can throw away the one of circles and the 8 of characters as well. Unfortunately, these tiles haven't been discarded in a while, so like a crosslord could win off the 8, right? The 9 could come from a 6, 7. We now know because of Suji Gaming that they can't have a 6, 7, so that's now our most safe discard. Let's go. But yeah, I don't think that I'd want to skydive. Like if you could guarantee me that I'd make it out in one piece, the One Piece, then I think I would do it. But like no one can guarantee you that, you know what I mean? It's scary. I've done like, you know, zip lining where you're like, not real zip lining, like you're going through a safari or something, but like, I mean, this isn't fake zip lining either. It's like in upstate New York where it's just like one tall tree to another tall tree and you're maybe like 15 feet off the ground. I've done that, but that's not very like thrill seeking, you know? I've chased a Riichi before. That might honestly be the most thrill seeking thing I've done lately. Okay, a crossword calls the Riichi on the Dora. That's terrifying. This tile has taken lift off on me. She said I'll run too many times before. I'm gonna throw the 9 of characters here. Even though the south wind is most likely gonna be safe, left lord could still be waiting on the south wind. So I'm not gonna risk any risky discards. They had a pair of the south wind. They weren't exactly waiting on it. A crossword had a great chance to run with that 369, that triple-sided weight. They also had red 5 Dora with the possibility of all simples as well. I don't hate that chase. I don't hate that chase. So still anyone's game. Me and Right Lord are duking it out for first place. What a starting hand. 1, 2, only 2 pairs, but we have a pair of the Dora right now that's very, very powerful. We're hoping to either draw another copy of the East Wind to open up our hand, or we could probably play this hand normally and go for like a Riichi Pinfu kind of a shenanigans. Right Lord unfortunately pawns into 2 Han. They have Seat Wind and Prevalent Wind already represented. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. We have this 1-2 shape that's not really that great, but I want to keep it open just in case we draw into a 3, baby. Okay, so this is a Riichi Pinfu hand. What is the nut draw right now? The nut draw right now is a 4 of characters followed by an 8 of characters, I think. This is a Riichi Pinfu red 5 Dora hand. That is honestly an incredible sequence of events. That is really, really nice. I honestly would not turn up my nose at a like an 8 of circles, but would we really like get rid of this shape? I don't know, dude. The 3-3-5 shape is like pretty strong, all things considered. Left Lord is going for a flush in either the character suit or the circle suit. We don't know yet. But also Right Lord hasn't even discarded any honor tiles. We've got to assume that their hand is pretty good, right? They don't have to wade through a lot of garbage. I'm going to... Here's the thing. We started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Apologies for some noise outside. I don't really know. I think someone might be doing some work or flying a helicopter really close to the ground. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Hopefully you can't hear that. This is a little bit risky, right? Excuse me. The reason that we threw the 3 is because we want to get into a Pinfu situation no matter what. All right. This is also 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence. Oh, baby. Okay, 5, 6, 7 mixed triple sequence is a genuine possibility. Mixed triple sequence, red 5, Dora. Even if we open up this hand, it is still 4 Han. This is a very powerful hand that we've stumbled into. I probably could have been paying more attention to the mixed triple sequence. Even with that singular... Can't unfortunately do anything about that, but even with that singular 7 of circles draw, we at least should have commented on the possibility of mixed triple sequence, right? So that was pretty interesting. Left Lord is probably going... I have no idea what Left Lord is going for. I think they're going for despair. I think what they're going for is the sadness and sorrow Yaku. Listen, we've all been there. I don't really know what's going on here, but Right Lord might be in Tenpai, but now they're starting to wade through a little bit of garbage here and there. Okay, fair enough. It doesn't look like they're going for a flush or anything, and we don't really know what a crossword is doing, but they're hesitating a little. Maybe just because they're tilted out of the wazoo by discarding 3 1 of characters. Oh, this is a little risky. This is a little risky. You're seeing it now. Right Lord maybe has a 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence chance, along with... I'm gonna go for the mixed triple sequence with this hand. I'm gonna go. They might have a half outside hand, right? Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind, half outside hand, mixed triple sequence. All of this is a possibility. Okay, this is a little bit dangerous, but I'm gonna discard it anyway. Just because not a lot of stuff around here has been discarded, I suppose, in a while. Right Lord is even willing to discard a red 5 to probably stay in Tenpai. That's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. My kingdom for a 6 of anything, right? Not a 6 of bamboo, but a 6 of anything. Okay, at this point, we would now take any sort of Tenpai. There's 12 tiles left in the wall. We probably won't be able to win our monster hand. So let's just try to get into Tenpai before an exhaustive draw, if possible. Left Lord calls Riichi on the Dora. I hate that. Can I tell you something? I hate that. I'm also going to discard the Dora. We know that the Dora is safe, and now someone would have to be on a single tile wait in order to run off the Dora. They didn't change their hand at all, so they can't be waiting on a West Wind. If they start changing their hand, okay, they do, but that was the one situation where, oh my God. Close your eye. If you're under the age of, like, I don't know, 18, close your eyes. I don't know what this is. I swear this game is about Mahjong. I swear that Riichi Ipatsu Sumo Pinfu mixed triple sequence. Very funny. You stole my mixed triple sequence. Red 5 or the Baimon. Honestly, that could have been worse. We stay in second because Right Lord just got sucked into the Shadow Realm, right? They had to just pay a giant dealer penalty, and they're emoting right now. They're emoting right now because they just had to pay 8,000 points. I think, yeah, 8,000 points because of that dealer penalty. Ooh, sheesh. Okay, that's very difficult. I feel your pain. I definitely feel your pain. All right, what is this hand looking like? This hand's looking like a fool with its pants on the ground, but more importantly, this feels like a Riichi Pinfu kind of a hand. Just changed with the addition of the Southwind into our hand. A Crosslord is going for a flush in the bamboo suit. That much is very evident right now. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd be pawning the Northwind. Maybe you have something else up your sleeve, like some red dragons or some white dragons, but otherwise, I don't really understand this. I'm also gonna pawn. I'm gonna race for it. We're one tile from Tenpai. The nut draw right now would be 2 of bamboo. 2 of bamboo would absolutely be the nut draw. Okay, that is terrible. That is terrible news. That is awful news for us. Do we even remotely chase at all? Right Lord is emoting again because they have a Mongon in a box right now. Potentially even going for a half flush on top of that, right? Oh man, that's very scary. It's also they're playing as the dealer, which is also pretty spooky. Pretty spoopy, I'm not gonna lie. What do we do here? Do we go for it or do we just fold? I think that if we draw into a 3 of characters, we go for it, right? Otherwise, I think we gotta just fold. We don't even have that many tiles that are safe. We have the 7 of characters and now the 2 of characters, which both seem pretty safe. Okay, they're willing to discard a 2 of bamboo, but that's terrifying because it means that they have something in their hand around the 2 of bamboo. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold here. I think I'm just gonna fold here. This is just way too scary. If they sumo as the dealer, that's bad news bears for us, but it still remains anyone's game. We could go aggressive mode with it, but I need someone else to discard like a 3 of oh my God. Oh, this hand is so good, but I can't. I mean, this hand, the shapes are good, but let's count, right? We only have a 1 Han hand. We just have Prevalent Wind right now, which is literally 1 Han. Literally 1 Han. Goku-san is Gohan, by the way. And so this is one of those very dangerous situations where, you know, it probably would have been okay. It probably would have been okay to throw the 3 of bamboo. I don't even want to risk it. I don't even want to risk it for the possibility of the world's smallest biscuit, dude. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. I feel despite the precarious situation that we are in, I feel good about Mahjong today, dude. I genuinely feel pretty good about Mahjong. All the 8s are gone so that no one can have a 7-8. We might be able to throw our 9s away. I mean, we still got some character tiles that we know to be safe. We could throw our 9s, have an easier way back into Tenpai, but I'm gonna go as safe as possible. We can even throw the 6 of characters because of Inside Tsuji, right? They've discarded a 3 and a 9. Maybe we could achieve that to get back into the game, but I think it's way too risky. We're just huge folding right now. We're huge folding right now. But it feels nice to, you know, this past week has been very, very stressful, and it feels nice to play some Mahjong early in the morning with the whole day ahead of us. I feel like I can focus on the tiles. I can listen in to what they're whispering to me. Their dark secrets, their forbidden incantations. Okay, what do we discard here? Because it's starting to get a little bit tricky. Okay, a 9 of circles. This is what we were thinking. Yeah, this. Sasuga Yusong. Hit him with a Sasuga Yusong. Absolutely. Red Dragon 3 Dora for a dealer fake Mongon. I swear this game is about Mahjong, by the way. It's anyone's game. It is genuinely anyone's game. We're in South 1. No one at this point has crested the 30,000 points. or no longer, right? Call me a toothpaste the way we're cresting right now. Riichi Pinfu hand, probably. This is that awkward double pair scenario that we had in our first hand as well, where we need one of these to become a triplet, but we can't exactly open up our hand either. It's a very tricky situation. I feel stuck. Maybe if anyone out there is a step sibling, they can help me out. 6, 7, 9. The 9 is a little redundant. You know what the nut draw would be? Nut draw would be another red dragon. Then we can start pawning out of the wazoo and discarding this 1-3 shape, which wouldn't feel that bad. Red dragon Dora would be a nice way to win this hand. 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence, maybe a possibility. 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence, also a possibility. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe, right? If we draw into something like a 3 of characters, I might just start discarding honor tiles. All right, I might just start discarding honor tiles right now, because now if we draw into another 7, we have a very easy chance to get Riichi Pinfu, right? We just discard our honor tiles or even this 1 of bamboo. And that's a way that we can get into Tenpai. It's a little awkward. It's definitely a little awkward. Okay. What happens if we draw a 3 of bamboo now, or 3 of characters now? I'm not sure. My heart wants to discard this 9 of bamboo as a result, but then we're still in a similar situation. It's actually not that bad, right? We draw into a 3, we discard a 9, and then we end up discarding our honor tiles. That's not terrible per se. Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This is also not terrible. We're 1 tile away from Tenpai. What is the nut draw? A 2 of circles or a 5 of circles. If you're gonna push me to manifest, if you're gonna push me to Morb Senator, I will also accept a red 5 of circles. It's another way we can boost our hand. We call Riichi waiting on an Eastwind or a 1 of bamboo. That's Zuzzy. That's Zuzzy Mahjong right there. It's the dark arts. It's definitely the dark arts. How am I feeling otherwise? Dude, okay, so here is the thing. I mean, this is, Yusong, when you're not at the club, what are you doing? Well, I do live a pretty exciting life, but when I'm not at the club, here's what I do. I wince in pain. I'm gonna throw this away. I know, we could have another 8-9 shape in our hand, but I don't think that it's actually that good. What would we discard there? We could maybe, yeah, we could do that, throw the Eastern, and if we draw a 7, we have a perfect Riichi Pinfu, or like just like we end up in a nice Riichi Pinfu. I don't think that that's correct. It's really unlikely that we draw a 7. It's a single tile weight. It's not very good. So here's the thing, the stovetop range, right? The stovetop range like sucks up all the oil, but like 2 weeks ago, I soaked the sorry, the internet has broken my mind. Because just we don't have to get into it. If you watch the stream, you know what my brain is trying to get me to think. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go for the silly double entendre, the blue jokes that are, you know, meant for viewing after midnight. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna throw the 9 here. It's a little more risky than the Southwind right now. But I was soaking the oven grate vents in the sink with some dish soap, right? But then when I took them out, like I scrubbed them a little with a brush, but when I took them out, I was like, man, these still feel very sticky, very oily. And I'm not even, we're not even cooking, we're not frying chicken above the range, right? It's very, oh, friends, this is risky. Both the 4 and the 1 are very, very risky. The 4 is Suji to the door also. Like, no 5s and 6s are even visible right now. There's 1 5 and 1 6 that's visible. I hate this. So, at least we didn't deal into this with the 4. But this is, oh my god, back-to-back dealer fake Mongons. We're not out of it yet. But this is a tenuous situation. It's a very spooky situation. Okay, this hand feels okay. Maybe an all symbols hand, maybe just a Riichi Pinfu hand. This doesn't feel that bad, right? 4 5 7 8. Unfortunately, these cannibalize each other's weights a little bit. We could still accept the Dora here. 4 of circles is also something that we could very well accept in this hand. Holy moly. Okay, that is a bonkers level draw. I mean, the reason that I'm keeping this 3 right now is because, you know, 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence available, but also, you know, we can accept the 4 of circles. If we draw into the 4 of circles, we can discard this 7, 8, right? And have a little bit more value in this hand by including the Dora. If we don't draw that, if we draw something that helps out these other shapes, I'm absolutely gonna I'm absolutely just going to discard something, discard this. So we're 1 tile away from Tenpai. No matter what tile that we draw right now, the only tile that we can't draw is the 6 of characters, hilariously. But even if, I was going to say, no matter what tile we draw right now, we get it to call Riichi Pinfu. That is not true. If we draw the 6 of characters, we have to discard the 4 or the 8 and end up on a, you know, a double-sided weight for our pair. That's unfortunately, it doesn't count as Riichi Pinfu. That is a pair. Do I get rid of the 4-5 or the 7-8? Dude, I know that the 7-8 is a better weight than the 4-5, right? Like, people are more willing to discard and push with 9s in any given suit, but oh, there was also 6-7-8 mixed triple sequence. I'm a fucking, oh my god. I just swore. I try not to swear that much. Oh, Riichi, Pinfu, save me. Lord, save me from this prison. We could have had 6-7-8 mixed triple sequence. At least we weren't that punished with this hand. At least we weren't that punished. We still managed to call that pretty fast, Riichi. Right Lord is maybe pushing with the 7 of bamboo. A cross Lord is pushing with the 8 of circles. Okay, that is terrifying. Oh, left Lord chases my Riichi. That's perfect. That's perfect. But the good news about our Riichi is that it's good, right? We have a lot of tiles that we can win with. Left Lord might be chasing with a worse Riichi. We don't really know. Let's pray. Let's gather around the campfire and pray that the Left Lord's hand is not as good as ours, or that they deal into us. Oops. Oops. Did I do that? You thought you could chase my Riichi? Do you even know who I am? This is Yusong, the person who's scared of going skydiving, okay? That is the type of Mahjong player that we're dealing with today. So when I pulled my oven range out of the sink, under the sink, okay, just come on, you gotta. When I pulled it out from under the sink, I was like, it's still a little sticky to the touch. It's still a little sticky to the touch, which is not something that I'm a stranger to ever since the age of 13. But like, it's still a little sticky to the touch. And I don't know how I feel about that, you know? I don't know how I feel about that. I was like, hopefully this doesn't bite me in the rear. I don't know if it's that clean. I was contemplating, you know, scrubbing it again, even though it was an entire ordeal to soak it in the first place, right? But now, 2 weeks later, after cooking a very simple stir fry on the stovetop, the food smell will not go away. And I think I have to clean the vent again. Cleaning the vents. What am I, the janitor on Among Us? I guarantee you right now, look in the comments. Look in the comments. There's 15 identical comments being like, Yusong, you changed the way I think about comedy. You made me laugh harder than anyone has ever made me laugh before. I am typing this with tears in my eyes because I simply could not handle your comedic prowess, you know? And look, it's like I don't do it for those comments necessarily, right? I do it for the love of the game, but it doesn't hurt that as a side effect, I'm receiving those comments on the daily. On the daily. Call me a news podcast that releases every day. Call me John Barbaro. Name SP. I try not to. Here's the thing, and this is a very serious thing, okay? He's so serious that he didn't even start singing the lyrics to Since You've Been Gone after saying here's the thing. I try not to look at the news that much. I try not to look at the news that much. I used to be very, very well read, or like not well read, just like up to date. Oops. But like, you know, you would read the politics, or I would read the politics subreddit every day. It would just make me miserable. I did a lot of research for a podcast that I was working on. I mean, it was my podcast. You can still listen to it. I'm no longer making it, but I was like, I really wanted to dabble in like more journalistic podcasting, so I made a more journalistic-y podcast. It's called Millennial Shelter. I still think it's very, very good, even though there's only 4 episodes. I think it's really, really good. But I was like looking up like for an episode about online arguments, I was looking up a lot of like, you know, the effects of clickbait, and you think that a lot of like you would think that a lot of actual fake news is like right-leaning, right? Like, or rage bait is like right-leaning, right? Oh, the immigrants are stealing our jobs. Oh, the people are coming for your firearms. Oh, someone pooped in your toilet. I don't know. But you would think that a lot of those are right-leaning, but guess what? There's also a lot of clickbaity and like, not necessarily fake news, but just like rage baiting you know, stuff for left-leaning sources as well. The most easy example of this is like, you know, like, and I'm sorry to bring up politics, I genuinely am, but I promise this is a good point. I'm not trying to draw any conclusions. I'm more meaning to elucidate a pattern that we might not be aware of, right? It's like, oh, will a former president finally face consequences? You know what I mean? Even though that feels like it's coming from a very real place. We're discarding 2 Han right here. Unfortunately for us, Right Lord is willing to pawn into 4. Okay, this is a Mongon in a box right now. That's very, very scary. We might just be able to outrace them if we get into a Tenpai. Plus, all the 5s are gone. No one can have a 5-6. They could have an 8-9, but the 8-9 is a lot worse. Plus, a lot of the 8s are visible. We just want to be able to race them for a Dama 10 Pinfu hand. We're really close, right? Dude, this feels to me like one of those situations where sometimes your best defense is a good offense. I think they're gonna push with this hand. They might as well deal into me with a 6 or a 9. I don't know. This doesn't feel that bad. This genuinely doesn't. Also, we're the dealer's seat. If we want a chance to effing win, sorry for the language, but this is the hand that we win with. So anyway, I'm just going to show you. There's like, you know, people are competing for your attention on like news platforms with maybe not the greatest. Intent. Okay. We would need a direct hit Mongon on Right Lord in order to win this one. We would need a direct hit Mongon on Right Lord to win this one, or we would need any 1,000 point hand to get out of this game in 3rd place. And to not let Left Lord appear on screen, and then we would not have to say, I swear this game is about Mahjong. This could be an all simples hand. This could be an, oh, that hurts so much, dude. I honestly don't think that calling that Riichi is that bad there. We had a really nice chance of winning. Someone could have dealt into us with a 9. Like, I don't know. I don't think that that's the wrong move necessarily. I think that Mahjong is just a game of chance. I think that Mahjong is a game of chance, right? Calling Riichi there, I mean, it's not great because we couldn't exactly sit in a Dama 10 Pinfu. All right, I'll go for it. I'll go for it. There's a chance at a pure straight. There's a chance at a half or a full flush here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dora, half flush in the circle suit. It's not impossible, right? I wish we could have kept some of our honor tiles, but I didn't believe in myself. I wasn't going for the 2nd place victory. I was just going for the safe path out, right? Okay. Fair enough. I would love to draw into a 3 of circles or a 7 of circles. That way we could cement our hand as a pure straight kind of a hand. Okay. Let's think about what Left Lord is doing. They haven't discarded any bamboo tiles. They could be going for a larger hand in the bamboo suit as well. Unfortunately for us, we got to play this hand pretty normally. Unfortunately, we got to play this hand Super Mario Maker normal. For right now, maybe if we draw into a 6 of characters, we can genuinely start thinking about throwing away our terminals and going for all simples. Okay. The dealer, is this enough to just win? Seatwin Dora Red 5 as the dealer. Holy moly, with a ton of mini points. All right. 3rd place isn't bad. 3rd place isn't bad. The rare husbando, soccer husbando victory. As I think this soccer ball has the green dragon character written on it. They're also wearing a necklace with the 9 of like a dog tag with the 9 of characters. I love that. I would definitely wear that S in real life as well. Maybe that's a nice merch idea that we could do down the line. Oh man, let me take a look at that one that I dealt in with. I don't know. I still think that it was okay to call Riichi there. It seemed like, I mean, they were starting to discard, Right Lord was starting to discard some like 4s and stuff, so it didn't seem like their hand was terrible. It seemed like their hand was pretty good. Just a lot of sumos, a lot of sumo gaming. What happened here? What happened here? So Left Lord had a visible Mongon. You are now in Tenpai if you discard this, but it's a really bad weight. And this is not a safe tile. What could you have discarded in its stead? The 4, the 5, and the 6, dude. I mean, it hurts. It definitely hurts. But you discard this to get into Tenpai, but here you would have to call Riichi. Wow. I don't hate this. It's a terminal tile, right? And now you're one pawn away from one short pawn in the Emerald City. You're one pawn away from getting into Tenpai. You're one shi away from, I don't know, a 4, 5, 6. I mean, no, it would have to be 5, 6, 7 here. So there's no mixed triple sequence. Here's the thing. I think your hand is just too far away. I would have just started huge folding. I would have started huge folding here. I think it's right. I think it's right. Sorry for accidentally clicking the scroll wheel and getting us into some trouble there. Okay. What happened here? They dealt into me with a really small hand because they have to go for something, right? Their hand is really, really good. 5, 6, 7, you know, 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence. They have all simples. They have a lot of good stuff going for them. They actually even have a perfect, is this a perfect one away? This is not a perfect one away, but you're really, really close to Tenpai. I love discarding the 2. It's even Suji Gaming. I'm just there to slurp you up, unfortunately. I'm there to slurp you up. I dealt into a monster hand here. I dealt into a monster hand. So they, let me pay attention. After they pawned my 2 Han, that's the thing. That's the thing that I'm always talking about, right? Like if you throw the Dora, or if the Dora is like the red dragon and you throw it early on, it's usually okay unless someone pawns it. Then you're in a nightmare and then you probably have to fold. And so I was pushing with safe tiles. They threw a 7 of circles. And was the tile that I dealt in with around the 7 of circles? It was this 9 of bamboo. Holy moly, dude. I mean, there's also 3 8s gone. They had all triplets as well. Man, we had such a good weight too. So they had a lot of the 9s in their hand. They had a lot of the 6s. You had a lot of the 9s. You had 1 9 in your hand as well. So there's only 1 6 in the entire game. And as for the 9s, there's only 1 9 in the entire game. That's so unfortunate. Maybe we could have read the signals like, oh, they haven't discarded any character tiles, but even so, like they might just start folding after my Riichi, right? I mean, they have, but man, let me know what you would have done below, because instead of calling Riichi, what would we have done, right? Okay, we throw the 8, sit in Dama 10, or do we just not accept that and go for Pinfu instead? I don't know. Let me know what you would have done in the comments below. This is a very tricky situation. This is genuinely a very tricky situation. And then the dealer is really smart here. Like sitting in Dama 10 instead of going for anything riskier, right? Just give everyone in the world a reason to play aggressively. And you know what? You're also really close to Tenpai. You got a perfect Ishan 10 or like an ideal Ishan 10, right? Omega chunk pair, double-sided weight. You're so close to a Riichi Pinfu of some kind, but you just deal in, and it's not even that bad because you remain in 2nd place. That was okay. That was okay. A lot of monster sumos in that game. A lot of monster sumos. What am I about to step into the wrestling rink? Huh? Rink? Ring? Oh boy. He's not a sporto, folks. He's a himbo, but not a sporto. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos every day. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description. You can also find our community Discord and our VODs channel down below as well. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay? All right, I'll talk to you soon. Peace.